Hey everybody, this is the roving reporter here. So how are you? Today I'm not talking a bit about technology, talking a bit about classroom management. And this is based on a question that I got during, I posted something on Instagram recently about classes and how classes can be exciting or boring. Basically what I said was a message I had used with my students on the first day of class. That class can be as exciting or as boring as you make it. And teacher Drika, she got back to me and she said, "Hey, um, what do you think is wrong? Is it because we're planning? Is it because when classes go are boring, when students don't like our classes, is it because we're doing something wrong?" Yeah, it could be, but again, it's a bit about shared responsibility. Right? I think if we're looking at student centeredness, we're talking about student centered lessons, students have to know that they are part of the process. So when I put that up and when I said it, was the idea of getting students to understand that if they don't like or they don't feel that the classes are going as they expected, classes will be, yeah, we want to have fun. And I think you also have to make it very clear, yes, there are moments of fun, but there are also moments where you have to study. It may be a bit tiring, maybe a bit demanding, but learning has its that its ups and downs. Learning has its struggles, its trial and error. So there may be this frustration sometimes you're not getting it, but that's okay, right? And there will not always be games, always be songs, not always be quizzes, Kahoot every day, Socrative or whatever, any other games you want to use, quizzes, you name it, right? You maybe not be Skype as well. You may not always use the cell phones in the classroom. Yes. Um, the fact of the matter is that they have to make it as, let's say, they have a part to play as much as we do. Of course, we plan our lessons and everything, and as I told my students, hey, if you don't like it, you are totally open. And this is what we have to do. First, we have to make it really possible for students to express themselves and not to be judgmental. So if they don't, if they really not lash out, but if they say that this doesn't work or they don't like the material, because we do prepare a lot of stuff. And I even saw a meme yesterday talking a bit about that, where the look of the teacher, where he prepared tons of slides, students just there's one student who, doesn't really like the activity. So you think I went through all of that, and the student didn't even appreciate the time I spent. That is true. We do feel a bit cheated as teachers, but remember, they are people and not necessarily clients, but they have an opinion, and we have to respect their opinions. Once they are able to express themselves respectfully, and we can't take it personally. This is another thing. We shouldn't take it personally that they didn't like it because they don't like us, or feel offended by that. They're okay. So it's not it's more than acceptable not to want to do certain things. But what I also tell my students, and this is a tip I think we can share with some of you here, right, is if you don't like it, provide something else or think of something else, right? Think of other alternatives, think of other possibilities, and negotiate. Let's negotiate as much as possible. So when you don't think it works, let me know. Okay? That's it. That's my tip. You hear some background noise. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm out in the open today, and so we have some kids around, running around. But I think this is great. Enjoy. And that's the top tip from the roving reporter. Bye bye.